news here today. Adam Schefter reporting that Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers is disgruntled with the organization and has told some within the organization that he does not want to return to Green Bay. Ryan Clark joining us now on the show. Ryan, I'll just give you the floor here. What are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers finally making this known?
You know, at first I had to look at Schefter's profile pic, because you ever know, like, you get those tweets and it says something really stupid, and then you look at the profile and it's like not Adam Schefter, but you think it's him. Listen, this is crazy, but I think Aaron Rodgers has been leaning this way. He's been moving this way for a long time, and ever since the pick was made last year, you've been feeling like this. Like, I remember last year on draft night, I was sitting in my room over there, and I'm actually on a Zoom with Laura and Marcus and Dan, and y'all remember I had on a white beater because I didn't even think it was real, and Aaron Rodgers, and I said Aaron Rodgers is going to be miserable to deal with after the Jordan Love pick, and he wasn't. He was a great teammate. He had his best year, but he had something waiting on y'all. He was like, what is a catfish? I made y'all think I was going to be cool with this. I made y'all think that everything was going to move smoothly, but he wanted some things done his way, and they haven't been. And so now Aaron Rodgers does have the cachet, like Marcus talked about. Aaron Rodgers does have the power, and he got the dough, right? Big bank take little bank. That's the reason players lose, because they can't sit home, because they can't sit out, because they're not the MVP, because they're not the baddest man in the world. Well, dude got all of that. Dude got options. And so now, if you're the Green Bay Packers, you got to start to make a decision. Is tonight the best night to deal Aaron Rodgers? Or do you want to be the people that do it? This is exciting to me. I don't even like draft like that. Everybody I talked to today, whether it was Ashley or Zach from Get Up, kept telling me, happy draft day. I was like, bruh, I ain't Chris Mortensen. I ain't Adam Schefter. Draft day ain't nothing to me. I like the first day of the season. But wait. Now it's different. Now, Aaron Rodgers like, to hell with cheese. I don't want free cheese no more. I ain't worried about Devontae no more.
He said,
it's about me. I'm trying to get to the West Coast. I cannot. Let's see what they gonna do, y'all. Yeah. I'm fine.
You know, Ryan, and the good thing is that Adam gave Ryan this gift so he could really enjoy draft day as much as the rest of us. No, don't worry, everybody. Ryan's sticking around with us. We'll send him some free cheese in a minute. Here's the thing that I think is so interesting. We keep trying to talk about this. We threw out like maybe 6 or 7 teams as we're hearing this news break with everybody else right at home. Mina, what is a good fit if Aaron Rodgers is really looking around the landscape and saying, here's where I'm going to go and I'm going to win a Super Bowl, or I'm going to be happy, or some combination of the two?
Well, he picked the 2 good ones in San Francisco and the Rams. Those would be the first 2 teams that would come to mind for me. Apparently, obviously, the Rams are out of the picture now. Apparently, San Francisco has already been rebuffed by Green Bay. Marcus made a great point that while San Francisco has the 3rd overall pick, they don't have any other picks to offer Green Bay. And then, you know, Dan mentioned Miami as well. We were talking about New England during the break.
Yes.
That's an interesting fit, you know, because the offense is a bit different. But, like, if we're just thinking about teams that have the coaching, the talent, to me, that does make a lot of sense, I would say. I mean, realistically, though, Laura, there aren't that many teams that I would put in that group. Frankly, that are
New
as good as Green
England
Bay.
did add a ton of weapons in free agency, though.
And I think that if something from that we learned from the Tom Brady Buccaneers situation last year is, because when I heard Tom in Tampa last year, my immediate mind was, that's not a good fit. And then realized, like, you made it work. You know, so we don't have to necessarily tie him to scheme so much. I think Washington, I think New England is a good thing. My thought is this with Green Bay, though, because Green Bay can sit there and say, we're not interested in trading him. You guys made it your interest that you were moving on from Aaron Rodgers when you took Jordan Love.
Right.
You know, so it's like the whole Russell Wilson situation in Seattle, the question was always, who are they going to replace Russell Wilson with? Green Bay does not have to answer that question. They've already made that decision.
To that point, Dio, I don't get hung up on that, bro, because listen, I'm with Mina on that. Like, and y'all have heard me say this. What did Green Bay need to do for Aaron Rodgers? Like, this is 2 NFC championships in the last 3 years, so it's already a good team that they surrounded him with. And people talked about the receiver, and obviously the draft picks are not ideal, but you also don't want to be that franchise that doesn't have a succession plan when Aaron Rodgers decides to hang it up, or if Aaron Rodgers say, I want to get the hell out of here. So at least they have a guy that's been in the building that hopefully they could work with. The other team I would add in there, though, is New Orleans, man.
Yes.
I'm telling y'all, bro.
Yeah.
They ready right now. Everything. Now, I don't know what they would have to give up, but you do
They would have to give things up.
You know what I'm saying? But
the cap is real.
You do have Jameis, you do have Taysom, you do have a lot of guys and pieces on that team that may be enticing to the Green Bay Packers.
The most important thing that New Orleans has, that New England has, that Tom Brady got when he went to Tampa is protection.
Yeah, that's
protection. And that is what Aaron Rodgers needs more than anything.
So here's a look at the numbers one more time, guys. And we're talking about some significant dead money here that the Packers have to take that hit. You can see how it does reduce over time. So, RC, let's bring you back in here. When you think about the Packers and from their standpoint, are they really willing to take this money hit? And maybe they don't actually have control, but you got to believe they've got at least some level of control here and trying not to lose a bunch of money here.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you want to work to continue to build your team, right? They kept saying that's the reason you go and take Jordan Love. That's the pick you needed to make because you were planning for the future. It wasn't just about right now. Well, also taking this type of dead money hit would be about the future. It would be about what you could do to continue to build the team. And what Aaron Rodgers is saying is, I don't care about any of that. I'm going to make a decision based on me, based on my career, and based on what I want. And I know Marcus was talking about what else could Green Bay have done. It's about, it's not necessarily about winning a championship or putting him in the right position. This is personal, y'all. This is a total personal decision. Aaron Rodgers doesn't care what Green Bay has to do about dead money. Aaron Rodgers is about him. And so that's why I think this is different than many other situations.
Yeah,
correct.
It's really interesting because let's live in a world where, it is personal, and the Packers still say we're standing pat where we are, and we're not going to just give in to Aaron Rodgers' demands here. What does that look like? Let's say we are in a position where Aaron Rodgers is going to hold out, he's not going to play, but even going further down the road, Marcus, project that a little bit if the Packers try to say we're going to hold on to him and we're not giving in.
He'll be on the West Coast Marriott, he'll be hosting Jeopardy, and he'll be watching Green Bay play football.
Oh, stop
Listen,
it.
Here's the thing.
He is not doing that.
When we start talking about money, Green Bay drafting Jordan Love actually works for them a little bit in this situation because you do have a quarterback on the roster you ain't paying nothing to. And look, somebody in that organization felt like Jordan Love could develop to be their quarterback. Obviously, that's what we're talking about. So if we're talking about dead money and all of that stuff, that's Mina's area, and I defer to her. But at least if he does walk and you make a move, as much as people lamented about drafting this quarterback, you have one that hopefully you got confidence in.
That's my point.
Yeah.
They started preparing for the future last year. Like, that's my thing. And all Aaron is doing right now is bringing the future faster.
Right,
that's all he's doing.
Yep.
Aaron's like, wait, you guys
wanted me gone anyway.
Yeah, you chose it last year. So I get it, Green Bay. I love Aaron. He's the MVP, all that stuff. But at some point, because again, I'll go back to this point. It has happened for a couple months. They've flown people out there. The news gets broke today. I would take that as saying that the relationships right now, they don't seem like you can fix them, okay? And at some point, Green Bay sits there and goes, we chose the future. Aaron's bringing it to us now. We got to go move them because if I'm the Jets, hey, I'll give you my 2 1s this year. I'll give you my 2 1s next year. I'll give you my 1 the following year. Give me Aaron Rodgers.
If Green Bay, I'm going to ask you to think like Tenet style here. I know multiple timelines. If Green Bay received that offer for the 3rd overall pick this time last year, setting aside finances, they probably take it because the reason they drafted Jordan Love was they wanted to prepare for the future, and they were coming off of a relatively down season for Aaron Rodgers. They bet wrong. Yeah, we all agree that was the wrong decision.
The whole conversation is completely different if Aaron Rodgers just sort of repeats what he did the previous season to last year and kind of goes downhill. Instead, he comes out guns a-blazing, and he ends up being the MVP, and that's all she wrote. All right, we'll be right back from Cleveland. Adam wanting out of Green Bay. He's joining us at the top of the hour. Don't miss it. He's got all the details. On this breaking news. Plus, we will get into the draft, which is getting closer and closer to happening here in Cleveland. Fans are here. We're expecting 50,000 over the next 3 days. They're getting louder, and we'll be right back.